If you know me, you know I love nothing more than spending an entire day in the kitchen making some sort of complicated keto dessert. Something with lots of layers and frosting and decoration. Sometimes, though, I forget that simple can be just as delicious and just as beautiful. And so today on All Day I Dream About Food, I'm going to show you how to make one of those beautiful, delicious desserts. We're making Keto Italian Ricotta Cake. So let's start by preparing our pan. Because this really is such a simple and quick recipe, you want everything prepped and ready to go when your batter is ready. So I am starting with a 9-inch springform pan, and I'm going to grease it, and I just have some avocado oil spray here. And because I like to get the grease all over the pan, I use a brush to make sure it gets into every crevice and all over the sides. Now I'm going to line the bottom with a 9-inch circle of parchment paper and fit it down nicely in there. And then I'm going to grease the parchment as well. And now that that's ready, we can set it aside. Next, we can prep our dry ingredients. So I have 2 cups of finely ground almond flour, and I'm going to add 1/3 cup of whey protein powder. This is unflavored and unsweetened. And we'll whisk those together and break up any clumps. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and set that aside. And now we're breaking out the big guns. I've got my big KitchenAid stand mixer here. You can easily just use a hand mixer if that's what you have. But I recently bought myself the glass bowl that goes with my mixer so that when I'm doing videos like this, you can more easily see what I'm doing. So now we can beat our wet ingredients together. Now, when I'm working with butter and I'm beating in sweetener, I always like it to be even softer than room temperature, not melted, but just a little more soft. So I always give it 5 to 10 seconds in the microwave. It just combines a little better. So we'll put that in, and we'll add our sweetener. I've got 2/3 cup of granulated swerve sweetener, and we'll just beat that together until nice and creamy. And it wouldn't be a ricotta cake without ricotta, so I have 1 cup of full fat ricotta here. And we'll just add that in and beat it in. And now for some extract. I am going to add 1½ teaspoons of almond extract. If you're not a fan of that strong almond flavor, you can always do vanilla instead. And now I've got 3 room temperature eggs, and I want to beat them in one at a time to make sure everything combines and becomes nice and creamy. It's looking great so far. Now we can just add our dry ingredients all at once and beat those in. It's always a good idea to start it on low so that things don't come splooshing out of your mixer. It's looking good and smelling good already, and you can see that even without the addition of any added liquid, it's a nice batter consistency. Okay, our batter is ready for the prepared pan, so we can just pour it in and smooth the top. My goodness, this big glass bowl is heavy. Much heavier than the metal one. And once you got your batter in there, you want to smooth the top nicely so that it bakes evenly. And I always like to take a cake pan like this and shake it a little to even everything out before I put it into the oven. Then for a little decoration, we are going to sprinkle the top with some sliced almonds. I have 1/4 cup of sliced almonds here, and I just want to sprinkle that evenly over top. And now our cake goes into the oven at 325 for about 40 to 50 minutes. You're looking for it to be just golden brown and firm to the touch on top. Okay, kiddos, look what I have, a beautiful golden brown keto almond ricotta cake. It smells amazing, and it's been cooling for a while, so now I can get it out of the pan. So grab a sharp knife, and you want to just run it right around the edges. And that is the beauty of springform pans, because now we just pop off those sides. Excellent. Get that out of the way. Oh, that smells divine. Okay. A cake like this doesn't need much adornment. It doesn't need anything to go with it. It tastes beautiful and moist and creamy the way it is, but it does look pretty with a little powdered sweetener on it. So, I'm gonna show you my cool little gadgety thing. I love this thing. This is from OXO, and it's a dusting wand, and I'm gonna leave the link in the video description, and it just folds over like this. And then, I'll show you, I can scoop it into my powdered sweetener, close the top, and then you just shake it a little, and you get a beautiful covering of powdered sweetener. Woo! A little dusty in here. Now look at this beautiful keto ricotta cake. It's simple, it's elegant, it's delicious, and it doesn't need anything else. Just grab yourself a cappuccino or an espresso and dig in. For this easy keto cake recipe and so many more, please check out alldayidreamaboutfood.com.